Yo, welcome back to another one of my videos, guys. I haven't been uploading much because the exams are back, but there was a Marvel Rivals LAN in Toronto this weekend, and it featured some of the best players in the game. You know, people traveled for this LAN, and I was grateful enough to be able to play in it. And as it turns out, I won the entire thing. So shout out to my team. But I wanted to analyze this game in particular. I had to get the replay because I wasn't allowed to stream. But I think this game is an excellent show of what like high-level Marvel Rivals looks like. This is probably the most intense game I've played in, and I just wanted to analyze and show you guys how like my thought process and stuff. So this is pretty obvious what I'm doing. I'm just taking an off-angle S hella. I'm low-key missing all my shots here, but it's giving us a lot of space to work with. That's something I kind of struggle with on hella a lot. I'm not too confident in my aim, so I don't take off angles, but we lost one of our previous games because I didn't take enough off angles, so I was just like, alright, let me try it out. So to talk about the team comps, I first have to mention who the bans are. So Namor, Strange, Loki, and Groot are banned. Loki and Groot are pretty self-explanatory. Like, if you've been watching high-level games, those characters are just dominating right now. Groot is really overpowered if Wolverine isn't in the game, and Loki is just one of the best supports, right? He has an invulnerability button, just like on a 20-second cooldown that he can click. But because of that, both teams are playing basically the same mirrored comp. If those supports are out, then Luna Invisible Woman like is a must play. Those two like give, like, everyone knows that support ults are broken, right? Like, but those support ults are the best. Both of them just make your team immortal, and they last for so long compared to, you know, like Mantis or Cloak and Dagger. On the tank side, Magneto is a must pick right now. He's an S tier pick because his ult can one-shot support ults, and that's just something you need. It might not happen always, but the fact that it can changes the game. And then Hella Bucky, or like, I guess both teams are on Hella Bucky, is really good because you know, they offer a lot of frontline damage, they force ults, and their ults combined with damage boost from Luna, especially Bucky ult, can kill through support ults too, and that's why both of them are dominating right now. So the main difference between our comps is the Thing versus Venom. The Thing is just a bit more popular right now because they're a lot more consistent. If you ult the Luna Snow, then that Luna Snow has to ult every single time, because if they don't, then they won't be able to ult while they're stunned, right? So it guarantees forces out Luna every single fight. On the offside, Venom can kill through the Luna ult if he has the damage boost. His ult combined with Luna ult damage boost can one-shot through their Luna ult. And that's something that our team personally found a lot of success with, so that's why we're running the Venom, they're running the Thing. So the state of high-level Marvel Rivals right now is just who can combo their ults better. It's been a problem the entire game that support ults just make the game super unfun, but over the last couple of weeks, people have just been, you know, like, people just had enough. They're like, okay, how do we kill through these support ults? And before it was just one-shots like Magneto and stuff, but now everyone's like, alright, if we combo Luna Snow damage boost, in particular that main ability, what other one-shots can we have? And then people found out Venom can one-shot, Namor can one-shot, Bucky can one-shot. So these games literally just boil down to who can combo their ults better, who can get more value with the Luna Snow healing plus the Luna Snow damage boost. This fight, I remember, it's basically last fight, and we're down 3 people, but me and my Luna made the executive call to just use our ults here, and even though I die quite soon after, our Luna does live, because they don't have anything that can one-shot her, right? They use their Luna ult, they use their Magneto ult, so then our team was able to switch to fast characters. I just swapped the Star-Lord here, and then we eventually made our way back and we won the fight. have been seeing pretty like high-level players complain about how, you know, fights are just determined based on ults and stuff. That's a problem that a lot of people that came from Overwatch are kind of having flashbacks to. But I do kind of disagree. Like, these fights are determined by everyone pressing their ults. But one thing I really love about this game is just that one ult, one really good ult will always have the like power to turn the entire fight. Like, if you just time your Hella ult well, your Star-Lord ult well, your Bucky ult well, like, just that one singular ult can kill basically like 3, 4, 5 people, and that's just such an amazing feeling. That's one thing I really hated about Overwatch. I just felt so powerless, even though, like, I pulled out the strongest DPS all of the game.
Much better.
So again, these videos are supposed to be educational, so I'm trying to give like tips to you guys. One thing that's really important, if you like are communicating with your team, is that you don't want to use all of your ults at once. Right now in chat, we're probably thinking about, okay, we have more ults than them, so which ones should we use next fight? And we're probably thinking about, let's use Star-Lord ult, let's use Magneto ult, and that's about it. And then we're probably thinking about how we save Venom ult to combo it with Luna ult next fight. You really want to like space your ults out so you can get as many fight wins as possible.
That's the stuff. Oh, sweet moves, right?
Although I did say that last part, when it's last fight scenario like this, it's really important that you do win the fight, and sometimes saving your ults is, it will cost you, like, fights if you save too many, right? So, at this point of the game, we're all just kind of using our ults, we're just comboing damage boost, Venom ult, my other support switch is Rocket, which is a really good switch in overtime because you get the free res, and also you have the AoE heals. Everyone's just trying to build their ults here. I'm just going in, going above, calling for bubble, and just building Star-Lord ult. And then they're backing here, but we cannot let them live, right? We have to keep this tempo. So that's why I call for us to just run in, and I get a pick before they Luna ult. And then this is their turn, so we back up, and then we wait for our turn.
Oh, sweet moves, right? Oh, sweet moves, right? Heat elements, jerks! Oh, did you see that? Next stop, the World Tree. Much better.
So that's the end of the first half. I think the reason why we won that is because we simply played around our support ults better, and whether that's a team thing or a support thing, I don't really know. But they should have won that last fight 100% because they had Luna ult and we didn't have anything to counteract it, right? So when they pushed in with Luna ult, that's 12 seconds that they are immortal and we're not, right? So if they simply realized, okay, let's just go ham, right? And they just called targets, like they should have focused us one by one by one. We would have died 100% because like they have Luna ult, we don't. I pressed tab. That was such a sad feeling to see. But somehow they didn't get any picks, and then we managed to get one after the Luna ult ended, and then well, that's the end of the round, right? So at this point, me and my DPS have like a couple of kills. We end this game with like 65 each, which is kind of amazing. I remember this half is a half that I didn't do too good on, but I'm not going to skip too much because I want to highlight some of my own personal mistakes and how I managed to correct them. Because this entire series with this other team, it was just back and forth, right? Like they played bad, they learned on it, we played bad, we learned on it, and then eventually we came out on top, but I guess you guys will see.
3, 2, 1. We'll get that vehicle to its destination.
Much better. Not so fast.
So the main difference this round is that we're on the Psylocke, and my other DPS went Psylocke, so I had to go Bucky because I think Bucky is quite crucial into this comp. Just having the hook makes their tanks play a lot slower. But with the Psylocke Venom combo, you're looking for really fast engages here. But unfortunately, we used our engage pretty poorly, and then like they were able to just get a free pick off of us, and then we have to back out here.
Much better. Armed and dangerous.
I'm not even gonna lie, I just missed there. I think that ult would have been absolutely huge if I just managed to hit that guy, but their Star-Lord had like amazing movement right there, so that's just well played on him.
Much better.
There's not much analysis to be made, they kind of just steamrolled us second point. We realized they just had more frontline pressure because they have the thing and we don't, so they have a stronger frontline. And then Star-Lord just does more damage than Psylocke, unfortunately. But we were planning to switch at this point, but like, you know, we had all of our ults coming up, so I just wanted to get my Bucky ult out of the way, and then I would switch to, like, I was thinking about either Star-Lord or Hela here for more frontline damage. One tip I can slip in here is that if you know for sure that they don't have ults and you do, you go first. But if you don't know what their ults look like, then you should always go second. That's something that I always think about, right? The second ult usually is better, but if they don't have any ults at all, you should go as fast as you can to make sure that they don't build them in the time that you wait.
Playtime's over.
This is another reason why Bucky is really, really good in today's meta, is because he can just hook people out of Luna ult and Invisi Woman ult. And assuming you're playing in a coordinated team, just that one hook out of that person's ult can guarantee that kill every single time because you call, everyone look at this guy, and then you have 5 other people looking at him. Our Magneto thankfully saved his Magneto ult to counter Star-Lord ult. You should almost always do that if you don't have any other support ults, but the bad thing with it is that it requires someone on your team to actually shoot their Star-Lord, because Star-Lord ult lasts longer than Magneto ult, right? So you have like maybe 3-4 seconds in the air where that someone can shoot him, but if you're in a lower rank, you know, shooting Star-Lord ult is kind of hard, so maybe you just save an invisible win ult for it.
Armed and dangerous.
So people always ask me like how I get value with Hela ult, and I personally think that people just use it way too early. It's kind of like this trump card that you have on Hela. Like, if you're low, you're about to die, you just press it. You also should press it most of the time when they're split up. That's my favorite time to press it, when they're really split up, because if they like support ult it, but you're in the sky, then you can see usually some like straggler on like, you know, the far side on the flank that you can kill for free, because you're up in the air, you have like a bird's eye view of the entire field. If you use it while they're grouped up, yeah, sure, you can splash more damage on people, but if they support ult, then you won't be able to kill anyone, and if they call to just shoot you, then you're gone from the ult in like 2 seconds. So at this point of the game, we don't really have any ults except for obviously Magneto ult, but we need kind of a win condition so that's usually, you know, like my Hella ult or a Star-Lord ult. So I'm trying really, really hard to build right here, but unfortunately I get a little bit too aggressive and then I get caught out. If I played further back and more conservatively, and I got my Hella ult, I think I could have turned it, and genuinely this fight was kind of my fault. I thought I'd build it way, way, way faster, but I'm not that good, so...
You'll have to keep fighting until we
At this point, the game's pretty close. Both teams are pretty, you know, tensed up. We both have 1 minute to push, and 1 minute is not a lot. This is really bad. So we have to do... Right, we have to win the first or second fight. So currently, my team's probably talking about what to do, and we're setting up a strategy where I, on the Hella, like flank, and then I'll call the flank, and then we just run in. Because we took way too long to cap the first point last time, and wasting 40 seconds and stuff this time will cut it. We also had suspicions that they were going to be on the Rocket Punisher comp, so we cannot let them build their Rocket Amplifier at all. So that's why I'm hitting the flank extremely early here to get it a pick. The Punisher Bucky comp with infinite ammo is really bad against these off angles. Right? If you surround them, then they won't be able to do anything. And luckily, I land some miracle shots on their Rocket and their Punisher, and then, well, this is just classic Hella gameplay, right? Like, you just hit a flank, you hit your shots, and then they die, and then boom, they're down 2. So this is already an amazing lead for us, right? We won the fight, yeah, but we also are closer to our ultimates because, well, we killed them and they didn't, right? So our goal here is to keep tempo. We're going to use ults before they are, and then we're going to kill them, and then we're going to win another fight. And then they're going to hit back with their ultimates, but it's okay, because we already, you know, we already pushed past, like, 0.1, maybe 0.2. At this point, we already pretty much are in a really good spot. Anything more than this, that's just an extra benefit for us. Right here, we're just pushing for the staggers. Overtime spawns are really, really long, so these staggers will like disorient their team so much. Like, we're getting so much free card space because that Punisher that died really, really late, he had a 12-second like respawn, right? So he's gonna be coming in. I don't know, like they could have taken like 2-3 fights in this time if they just regrouped like properly, and then they just changed their spawns, right? When you're in their new spawn room, you can just go to the next one, but they didn't. And right here, again, I'm just taking a really, really long off angle. I know that they don't have the range that Hella does, so I'm really abusing that right here. I kind of wasted my ult right here, but I didn't want to take any chances. Like, pushing to 6 already would be a miracle, so I was thinking like, alright, if we get this checkpoint, we basically already win the game. So I didn't want to risk anything. I didn't want them to, you know, like press one ult and then we all die and then we would have been sad, right? Just a little bit more extra progress. Another fight is already a miracle for us, and I just wanted to secure that. But right now we are kind of in a bad situation. Our Magneto does have to pull out like a miracle rock, and if he gets like 1 or even 2 with that, then we're back in the game. But if not, then this is probably where it ends. So right here, I'm thinking that, oh damn, me and my other DPS got caught out, and then we would lose, but then our Magneto pulls out the Miracle Rock, and then kills both their DPS. So, both sides are actually equal right now, but we have the slight advantage because we are closer. So I hit the Star Alert, fly over, and now back, and now we're up, we have numbers, and we're just running it down, we're just running it. And this is really great because, again, the overtime staggers are so long, their death cooldowns are like, you know, 13 seconds each, so we're just pushing into their spawns, we're killing these guys, and then they won't be able to get a full 6 for a retouch.
Oh, thought you had me!
And this is us just cleaning up. We have more ults than them, so we're just using them, and then we close out the victory, capping 6 with just 1 minute. I didn't record the next part because, you know, they have 1 minute to cap 6 points, and obviously they didn't. We ended up winning the series. We ended up winning the LAN entirely. Shout out to the enemy team. Shout out to my team. Shout out to No Style. That's the organization that organized it. And that's the end of the video. So if you guys have any, like suggestions for what I should make next, just leave them down in the comments. And remember to like,